After that, I go and I'm just doing the gym thing for quite a while. I'd work. I worked at a restaurant bar, and then afterwards, I'd go lift from like 10 o'clock at night till like 1 in the morning, and that was kind of the routine. Joined the army. So after I joined the army, um, I learned what it was to become mentally fit, to push yourself to a limit that you didn't think you can do, and that's what the fitness side of the military taught me, is that a lot can be overdone, can be overcome in your head. So um, through the years, I kept with the fitness world. I started studying or reading like fitness magazines, Men Health, um, learning workout routines, periodization, just different types of training methodologies, and I became fascinated with it. And was, what else can I do? What else can I do? How far can I push myself? Um, then I wanted to do the best I could for the military PT because it gave me a goal, and I worked really hard. Got up to getting my first 300 APFT score, um, and then there was no turning back from there. I uh, I did the GAFB, German Armed Forces Proficiency Badge. So I won that. I went active duty. In active duty, um, this is my first glimpse of like coaching somebody, and um, I had a NCO that asked me to help another soldier lose some weight. He was like, "Hey, Private Knight, you're pretty good at working out, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think so." And he goes, "Hey, do you mind helping Private so and so?" I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll do what I can, I guess." So really, what happened is I taught him everything that I thought I knew. I ran him through routines, and he lost, man, like 25 pounds or so. Dropped. I remember the big thing was he dropped like 4 pant sizes, and he passed his PT test. And he was so thankful for it. But like, I remember I loved that feeling of seeing his success, and the word got around, and so I started helping more and more people. I started writing workout plans just for fun. After about a year and a half of that, I realized that I had something to contribute. So I volunteered as a special populations instructor. So that's the overweight PT. Volunteered as that to help out some soldiers, and this I found CrossFit in about 2010, 2011, and before that, I was been doing bodybuilding and kind of powerlifting, and which I loved. So what I did was, when I saw what CrossFit did for me as far as methodology wise, that it applied really well to my military fitness. So I started using that stuff to coach soldiers, and everybody everybody passed. We were the only company, after 2 months of training with me. We were the only company that had nobody on the overweight scale. Everybody passed their PT test. We had a 9 out of 9 from the special populations pass, which was amazing. And from there, I was like, this is what I love doing. Got out. I was training in my basement. I was self taught. I never went to a box. I didn't go to a CrossFit gym. I watched YouTube videos, and I studied, and I learned, and I did what I could. I eventually deployed to Afghanistan as a contractor. When I was there, I was fortunate enough to be at a base with the largest CrossFit gym in Afghanistan, and I volunteered as a coach there, and they gave me the shot. They saw that my movements weren't bad, and I understood what I was talking about, and so I really just tried to become a master of my own craft and a student of it, where I would work with the head coach. Him and I would work out. I would absorb everything he said. I'd word vomit it out the next class that I coached, and that's kind of how it started. That was my first CrossFit coaching job, and I loved it. I absolutely fell in love with helping others and seeing others succeed. Um, so when I came home, I signed up for my level one. So I took that a few months after being home, became level one, became a CrossFit level one trainer. I was on Craigslist and I found a gym hiring a strength bias coach. So given my background on messing with like Westside Barbell and Jim Windler's 531, I definitely had that aspect of the CrossFit side of more powerlifting. So I joined this gym. A year and a half later, I became the head coach, and I was the assistant manager there. Um, I got the privilege to coach kids to retirees and grandparents and everyone in between, and it was amazing just to see what coaching in a full facility looked like, and I loved it. And so after that, I kind of had some different views on training wise with the ownership, and decided to break off and do my own thing. And I approached one of my members, and we decided to open a gym. So we opened the current gym I'm at, which is here in Kansas City as well. I'm not gonna promote it on here, but um, from there, I've taken my CrossFit level 2, and I'm in pursuit of my CrossFit level 3 because I'd love to be a seminar staff. I've taken my USA weightlifting certification. I've been So now to date, I probably have about 4,000 hours plus of coaching under my belt. I've mentored about 5 or 6 coaches into being CrossFit level 1 trainers. Um, I have an amazing facility with fantastic members. I coach a blind athlete, and she's probably the most inspirational person I've ever met in my life. Um, I personal train everyone's from lawyers to former FBI agents to classes with athletes of wanting to lower blood pressure to wanting to be professional athletes, dropping 50-pound goals to I want to gain 10 pounds of muscle. Um, but at the end of the day, I love it. I love coaching. I love helping. So, this is the first video I wanted to post as far as like, kind of like who I am. And really the biggest reason why I've joined the first Phorm athlete search is because I've always wanted a platform to be able to help more and more people. That's why I post so much on Instagram. That's why when people tag me and ask me their questions on programming or movements, like I'll do my best to get back into the gym and post a video. I've done live video chats with friends and athletes from all over the world to help with their form and movements, and I've guest coached at gyms. The biggest thing for me is no one helped me. No one helped me get to where I am. And as far as like teaching me, I've had support. I've had the support. I've had people behind me. My wife is by far my biggest fan, and she's probably she's the reason why I can keep doing what I do. But she understands why I want to do what I do. So, I feel that I owe it to everybody else to help people get to where they want to be, and do it safely, do it correctly, and do it the way that they deserve it. Because if you have a gift, if you have the ability to do something, you should do it. You should help people. And if I can invoke change on 70 people's lives and inside my own walls, and fantastic. And I've had the opportunity to coach over 1,000 plus athletes over the last 4 or 5 years through the various gyms, and even just like chance encounterings and drop-ins, and if I can have a person walk away with one extra piece of knowledge, then that's perfect. That's what I want. That's the best thing that I could possibly do. No matter how bad I want to pursue being a professional athlete on my end, and trying to be a CrossFit Games athlete or whatever it may be, I understand that's a small fraction of something that I can maintain for so long, but I know that I can have impact over the years and throughout my entire life on other people. And so that ability is something that I'm cherishing and that I absolutely love. So that's a background on me. Like I said, I'm hoping to make a few more videos and just kind of explain a few things, but I hope this kind of gives a overview of who I am. So hope you enjoy it, and look forward to seeing you guys here soon. Thanks.